I just have a quick overview for summer reading school visits. How many of you guys, let's start with a show of hands, how many of you go to your local school districts and do auditorium visits? Ooh, my. Okay, how many of you go to your local school libraries and do classroom visits? Well, that's a little better, okay, good. Now, because of budget cuts and not enough staffing, how many of you cannot go out to your libraries, to your local schools? Oh, well, that's good, not too bad. We have that problem quite a lot in my area, that because we've been cut back so far that we don't have enough staff we used to go out and do like a whole little play. So year by year, we've lost staffing and quality of entertainment to the lack of funding and ability to do as an elaborate program as we used to do. So what I'm going to talk about here is an alternative way that you can do that if you don't have the budget, or a fun way to do it if you want to try something new. The manual every year always has a great example of a skit, and this year's is pretty cute. Or you can rewrite your own. That's always something that everyone has done for years and years. But something that you might try this year is to use those examples, or write your own skit, or use the one from the manual, but instead of going out to the school, choose several days a month and put on the presentation at your library and invite classrooms to come to you, to do it like a school tour rather than going out to the actual location of the school. We've run into a lot of problems in the last few years that because of testing at the end of the year and trying to squeeze in the last of any budget that they have to go on field trips, they don't have as many days available for us to come and do the presentation for summer. So if you're going to run into that kind of problem, then you can anticipate that, start a little earlier in the spring and start having your presentations in your location. Be easier to set up for every week, and then the schools can come to you and then not only see the presentation for the summer reading program, but also get library cards, get prepared to come to the summer program and be ready to go as soon as school gets out. So that's one way that you can overcome that kind of problem. See if you can work with your school librarians to form sort of a coalition of letting the teachers know that they can come and do that. The second thing that you can do is something that we did 2 years ago that was extremely successful, and we got the idea from the summer reading program workshop the year before. We made our own little movie and videotaped it, and these days with cameras on your phones being as pretty decent as they are, you could even do it like that and make it like a reality-based TV show little skit, and use your phone and make your own film. And then you can, with 2 or 3 minutes worth of footage of your library staff either doing something or doing a skit, playing a character, however you want to set your film up, you can do that part, because that way the kids will recognize the people that they visit at the library, and they always get a kick out of that. But also you can attach, if you can go find somebody at the local high school in the video club that will put that on the computer and then attach the PSA that we get from the National Collaborative. You have a 4 or 5 minute little film that you can burn copies on CDs and give to every school in your district. And they can show it to each class, they can show it in the library on a loop. I've had librarians do that in our school district. You can put it on the local television station. You can put it on your own. We have picture frames at our reference desks now that have constantly changing flyers and photos, and you can load a film onto those too. So an easy way to get the same information out to your schools without having to have the staff or the time or the scheduling problems that are starting to arise. And it's a lot of fun, and the staff really gets into it. So give that a try this year. There'll be some ideas and tips on the website of how to film your video or write a quick skit, and that way you can try something new next summer.